Support for City Series Baseball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome here to APS baseball coverage. Dave Schick here as Firestone Falcons come in versus the East Dragons. We're kind of coming in a little late in the game, top of the second. Score just changed 1-0 as Spencer Saka scored off a Josh Alexander double. And the bats have really opened up here as Josh is going to make the turn off the error and get the second run to score. So we had some technical difficulties in the first inning, but the second inning starts with scoring, so that's always nice. 2 hits here in the second inning allows us to get the score going, and still a man on base, as not able to get anything going to start. As now Ian Hartman is up, number 18. On the mound is going to be Grimmett, Michael Grimmett, the pitcher, 4-year starter for the Dragons. Catching up with some stats here, so I am going to be a little quiet as you get things set up, but he looks at another ball. Man on second. And the right-hander throws it. He does connect to it, going for a fly ball near center, but dropped as the left fielder came over, not able to make a play. So it'll be another error, 2 in this inning alone. And he gets a man on first and second now, but he's going to be Reed Schuster. We do have some coaches' interviews. That one is low for ball 1. At Old Forge Field here, down near the transportation center. You can hear a little bit of the river as well as the traffic on the bridge as this one goes to center just over the head of number 4, Ryan Collins. Big hit's going to get a double, and he'll get an RBI with the hit. Very nice hit for him as that brings in Curvin and moves Hartman to third. And now we go back to the top of the order. I know we didn't have any runs in the first inning, but I can't tell you what they did. This is Steve Johnson. You'll see him on the mound here in the bottom of the inning as he's the pitcher for the Falcons. To the top of the order, 2 on for him. As that one's a ball. And that'll do it for it. He'll take the base on balls. And that loads him up. Bases loaded now for number 14. And that's going to be Connor O'Brien, the second baseman for the Falcons. Tips that one off.
Hey, relax. Don't press. Relax. Put it on the seat, Connor. You all right?
Connor batting left-handed. Takes another ball. Now count 1-1. Got 2 runs in this inning, top of the second here. Tips that one off. 1-2. No outs in the inning so far, so bases loaded, top of the order up. Falcons liking how this inning's turning out so far. First inning they had 4 batters up, no runs scored. Loosely they had one good hit, but the rest of it was tough. Not able to hold on, and off the caught ball, he'll get a single off the hit. And he was able to check in and score another one. So now 4 runs in the inning. And the center fielder just kind of misjudging it, and a nice job by Hartman to stay on the bag and then hustle in. That'll bring up Max Ursi, number 1, the shortstop for the Falcons. This one hits his own player right on the leg, and that doesn't allow you to run real fast when you take a baseball off the calf. And he will limp this one off and take a seat as hit right to his own player. So 1 out here. Stevie Johnson, which isn't good because you kind of hurt your pitcher as well. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to continue to perform on the mound. Really anybody but him, Peter. You might be able to get away with a little bruise on the leg. But he's a tough one because he's out there pitching now. James Spendler, the right fielder, now in, number 13, and he's still got bases loaded. Not a whole lot of movement there. That one's down. As we're 2 away from the going around the hitting around the order here in the inning. Kind of out of season, 46 degrees here and sunny as he gets hit by a pitch, and he'll take his baits that way. So that'll bring in the run by Schuster as he'll come in, and that moves everybody up. And he gets a good hit, gets past the infield, hit hard, and that is Spencer Sacha, and he gets a hit and an RBI. So he'll happily take that one.
Stop, Ryan. Your first step is back. Stop.
Up now is Josh Alexander. As he sees ball 1. That one behind the backstop, and he's going to try and come in. The pitcher does not close out, and the speed of Max Ursi gets another run on the board for him. I have 7 in this inning, Peter. We should have maybe came in the 3rd inning, I guess. It's unlucky that we turned the cameras on. Had to move. If you see from our cameras, the dugout on the other side is where we were. For some reason, this fence feels like a foot shorter. That one low, and the count is in his favor. He's got 2 balls so far. That one up there and in for a strike as Grimmett sees that one. That one low, and that'll be ball 4. So we've gone around the order. And he's going to come out to talk to him a little bit here, and rightfully so. We've had a lot of runs scored already this inning. And bases are still loaded. Only 1 out here in the 2nd inning, top of the 2nd here. In this kind of hidden baseball field. Gotta kind of come through where the school buses are. And then you got what really is a nice field, kind of set away from everybody. Classic stone steps to get down to the field here. The field in very good condition. The grass is here. It's not quite green yet. Hasn't. Flowers are just starting to poke up, unless it's the fake turf over here.
Yeah.
Well, kind of doing what we can. Not sure how we have a new pitcher coming in. Let's see, where do we move him to? You go out to center. So he went out to center field. Did Grimmett. He's in center now, and pitching for us is Ryan Collins. So he'll take a couple warm-ups here. And we'll take a break, and we'll be back as he's ready to pitch here at the top of the 2nd. 7-0 your score. All right, we're back to action here as Jack Curvin is up. They've batted the order here in the 2nd inning. 7-0 your score as the pitching has had some troubles. We do have a new pitcher in. He's warmed up a little bit. Ryan Collins, the center fielder, comes in. I think he's got at least 1 error on his own, fielding-wise. So he can make up that by getting some outs in this inning. We've had bases loaded for a while. Curvin takes ball 1. Curvin, good speed coming in to score earlier. As he's able to score off an error. That one another ball, but ball went right past the infield and was able to get a double out of it. So he can't quite use all the speed now because he's got 3 guys in front of him all on bags. That one also low. 3-0 our count now. 1 out in the inning, as the only person that's gotten out has gotten out by his own player hitting him with a baseball, Steve Johnston. So look to see if he'll come out pitching here in the bottom of the 2nd. That one is low, and he'll take his base. 2nd walk here. 3rd walk here in the inning, just for the Dragons, and 8-0 is scored. So now up, Ian Hartman. I've been able to learn all their names because I've had to say them twice already in the inning. So we're trying to look for bright spots here, guys. And really, it's just been some of the pitching, and then when they really get a decent pitch, we've had a couple fieldings that you think that, all right, here's where they're coming together, and pops out of the glove or misjudges a little bit. And just like that, we find ourselves in a tough inning. 2-0 so far. You know, when you look at the phone and it says 46, you're like, that's pretty warm. And then there's a breeze. That's why I picked out here. I got to sit in the sun, Peter. Give me a chance. Ball goes past him. And we got to play it at the plate. Pitcher was there, and he's going to say that he was safe. He was a little high on the throw. Could have got him with the force out, but wasn't able to. Has a hard run by, I don't know who that is. Number 3. I thought it was Spangler. No, it's Spencer Sacha. He gets the stolen or pass pitch for the score. And that's his second score. 9-0 our score now. It opens up a base. That's positive. Hartman's still on the mound. I'm sorry, on the plate looking to bat. That one is low, and he'll take that base and head over there off the walk. That brings up Reed Chichester. And that one goes up over top. In the third inning, we'll have some interviews from both coaches. We'll get one of them in the third, one in the fourth. Getting some coaching you can hear from the Dragons here, trying to get Collins. That one popped up and just foul. So 1-1 now. I did forget when you sit, your ankles get cold. Your pants kind of come up and you kind of got sock there, which is good, but the wind cuts right through a sock. That one very high. Getting some pitching instruction after last Rainbow came in over the plate. Dialing it in. That one goes low. And 3-1 the count here. Base is still loaded. After this, we'll have hopefully Steve Johnson back. We'll see if he's all right. Seems to be. I think that's him over there warming up. Taking some practice as Collins gets there. Sets and he delivers. That one's a strike. 3-2, full count now. That one in the play, in the strike zone. Not a lot of movement on it though. That one goes high, hits his catcher in the helmet, and is another walk. So Alexander walks in, and we're at 10-0. All right, so best story I have going on so far is Steve Johnson has come back out. So the pelt in the leg seems to be, it's kind of cold out. It's like putting ice on it. Last time up that I have in the second inning, I do not have the first inning stats for him. I know he didn't score. That's about it. But he takes ball 1 here and was walked in the second inning, which we are still in. And this is the second time up in the inning. One out so far. That one low, but he reaches for it, and it will go foul. And that is strike at least. That one goes behind him for a strike 2. 2-1. Sorry, 1-2 the count. Only the third time these East Dragons have been able to be outside, as Collins can't get to it as he comes over. So a good hit on a little squabbler. Not able to get there. Well, maybe not. Maybe.
Whether you see it off his leg or not, you got to play until he says something, all right?
Went off his leg, I guess. So that's what it's kind of hearing here, guys, is it went off of Steve's leg and wasn't an actual hit. So still 2 strikes, 1 ball. I said that backwards, I'm sorry. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one outside. Now we're 2-2. And we'll reset from that where Collins really had good speed. I think trying to make a play that was really the third baseman's play is to come in and get that and throw across, or even throw home, or just go to third base. But regardless, it leaves Johnson still at the bag as he fouls that one over near my car. It's a skill to park at a baseball game. You got to know right where a foul ball won't go. Sets up that one is high, and now we have a full count. That was going to be a good pitch, but he does hit it, and it's going to go right to center. Great hit by Johnston. I'll make his line a little longer now as he gets a 2 RBI hit and clears some of these bases out. As he only gets a single, but he'll take it. Moves Reed to second. Twelve 0 your score here in the second inning, as that brings up Connor O'Brien. We'll have 2 lefties now. Gives us a beautiful angle from our side here. Tips that one off. And really we saw, I think, a little bit batting the second time in the inning, a little less patience at the plate, as he hasn't thrown a lot of strikes. So I would make him pitch me strikes, as we saw Johnston go after 2 or 3 of them that were either low, and he fouled 2 back. That one low. Two and 1. Still just 1 out in this inning, so still got 2 more to go somewhere. They got to come from somewhere. That one's high. 3-1 your count. Oh, I was off. 4-1, we're walking. And that'll load them up. So Schuster in on third, and it looks like we'll have another pitching change. So we will take a break here on APS 15. Our score currently 12-0 here from Old Forge Field. We'll be back in a second. All right, coming back? All right. We're on our third pitcher this inning, and, well, it can't get worse. Down 12-0 in. I think it's 12-0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12-0. And who is up? Connor O'Brien's up. And he takes. No, this is Max. I don't know who's up. I'll get it to you. I think this is Max because Connor just walked. So Max takes his first ball. And now he takes the second ball. Yes. Connor O'Brien got on a walk, and he is on first. You can all wave to him. He's over there. He'll say hi. So Max Ursi is now up. Last time he was hit by a pitch and got on there. Fouls this one back, makes it 2-1 the count. That one a grounder into the middle field. Over the top of the shortstop. And we got a fielder's choice. And no one gets out. And he makes it to first. Oh, goody. Fielder's choice. And first, second, third, and 13-0 is our score. Now up is Spengler, who had a base hit last time out into right field. Two-0 now. That looked like a strike from here. 3-0, I think, is our count. Doesn't look. Maybe he had a finger up. Was it 3-0 or 2-1? I should probably wait for his signals instead of looking down to mark my stuff. Well, we'll know right here. Yeah, it was 3. No, it was 2-1. Now it's 3-1. Yeah, see, I waited. Getting into baseball form myself. Now. That one looked good, too. And he got the strike there on the outside corner. Full count now. Who's in? Let's see here. Skyler Walgenbach is our pitcher. Oh, and he got him looking. There's our second out of the inning. Very nice. That's coming up. Wait, where'd he go? Here he goes. Second out over here. Spencer Saka, who has, well, I think he's already walked once this inning. He got on with a fielder's choice, and he had a single. Third time up in the inning. My stat sheet's going to look like crud, I'll tell you that. Collins was in, and then who was in now? Walgenbach. 3 pitches in the inning. 13-0 your score. That one bit on it. It'll have a short little chopper to first. Hands it to the pitcher, and he's got it. That'll do it for the inning here. As they finally settle in, 13-0 your score here at going into the bottom of the second inning right here on APS 15. All right, bottom of the second inning, 13-0 your score, and we continue on for the Dragons. Skylar Walgenbach up to bat, and still coming in strong is Steve Johnston for the Falcons. That one flew by for a strike.
You're not going to hit a 14-run home run. I know.
He was swinging for the fences. He lines that one up again, and that is a hit. Oh, Peter Dinner. I said it was going to be 1, 2, 3. He came out swinging, and that'll bring up
Who's next? Got to get the bat.
DeJohn Somerville. He's the right fielder.
You need a helmet.
We're going to had a chance to talk with the assistant coach after this first pitch. We'll hear from him a little bit. Here it is.
Tell me a little bit about the character of your team that you have so far. I know it's early on, but kind of the feeling you have with the guys returning and new ones on the team.
Well, we have a lot of first-year players that that we don't have a feeder system at our school anymore. Our youth baseball is disbanded, so we don't have a feeder system. So we're having a lot of first-year players, and we have some second-year players, and we're just trying to teach them baseball and get them to be competitive.
You certainly have a nice day out today. Have you been able to get outside at all as far as practice?
This is the second time we've been outside, so including yesterday's game. So it's the first. So we've got out for some practices. This is the second time we've been on the field because our field is not ready yet.
And how did yesterday's game go? Can you kind of give us a little summary of it?
Well, we got mercy rolled yesterday. It was not good. It was 25-1 was the score, but a lot of mistakes, about 7 errors. We only had 2 hits, and a kid was hit by the pitch, a couple walks, so not a lot of runners on base to really advance.
Gotcha.
So as you could kind of get a little synopsis of their assistant coach, obviously getting here, usually they are head coaches out on the field practicing. So Somerville was struck out. So now we have Ryan Collins up, who has a first strike coming to him. There's the second one, as looking to throw for Walgenbach at first. That one is 1, 2, 3. He looks at that one. How about, well, I'm only 1 away, Peter. It was going to be 1, 2, 3. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, but it still gets me on the technicality as this one comes up to the infield, but cannot get it, and it'll be an error to get him on base. E4 gets him on. Hey, he'll take it any way it comes.
Come on, Nick Senior.
So Nick Stafford now, number 2, the left fielder, comes up. That's a strike. That one low for a ball.
Come on, Nick Senior. Let's go.
That one also low.
Good eye, Nick Senior.
And now Johnston having a little trouble. Gets behind the count here. That one a strike, evens it up.
Pick up your mind sooner, Nick. You gotta swing hard.
Got one on. Having some trouble though, down 13 in the run column. That one is a strike, and that'll be the end of the inning here.
Slow, let's go.
as it was 5 up, 5 down, but they got a hit and an error to get on. We'll go into the top of the third, 13-0 here from Old Forge Field. Now on the top of the third. And who's up? Number 22. Oh, I don't know who that is. Let me see if he's on the other. I think he might have gone to his bench. Let's double check. He has. And this is 33, 22, 9. This is Addison Johnson. So he should be in at center field. Maybe. See, on cue. One of the parents help me out. Come on, Addison.
Thank you.
Good line drive hit, goes right to the second baseman and gets the force out. And there's some great fielding that we saw there. As Addison can't get it. He gets on with a fielder's choice, but not enough to help his teammate out. And that'll bring up, oh, I put that wrong. Hits it up off his face and can't connect on first. He'll get the error on the throw, not on the catch. Oh no, he didn't move, so no error, actual hit. I would call that a hit.
Ryan, take your time.
1 got out here, fielder's choice got on. And he had a little hit here for a single. Yeah, I think it kind of popped up. It was a hard one to catch because it kind of popped up higher right on that lip. Kind of came up near the face, so it makes it a hard one to grab. Reed Chashutster up. In the second inning, he had a hit and he walked and gets a low ball on that pitch. He's got 2 men on. There's a strike. So Walgenbach doing a little better on the mound as far as getting them in. And that's half the battle. That one in the strike zone. Going to go in the middle of the infield. He touches the bag and looking to get 2. Can't quite get it. But he'll get the force. Off the single. So a little more success this one, but they do have a runner in at third. And that's going to be Jack Curvin sitting at third base on the corners. Hit high over, but caught on a line drive catch. As Johnson not able to connect on that one as it goes right into the right field. and gets out number 3. So much better work here in the 3rd inning for the Dragons as they'll come up now in the bottom of the 3rd right here on APS 15 down 13-0. All right. Bottom of the 3rd now. And that one just went foul, but hey, we're swinging. That's what he's saying. I like it. Nate Kirkpatrick at the plate, and he's got 1 strike. After this batter, we'll get a little bit from our interview from the Firestone head coach as he deals that one low for a 1-1. Nate Kirkpatrick, the first baseman, at the bottom of the order. So we'll have the top of the order coming up after this one. That one inside for ball 2. 2-1, the count now for them. They found themselves down, double digits, but play in the 3rd inning was much better. That one with a little chopper over to the first baseman makes him get up. Where's he going to go? It's a race to first base. He slides. And he just barely got it. As one gets him for the first out. All right, had a chance to talk with the Firestone head coach before the game, and here's what he had to say about his team and certainly their pitcher, Steve Johnston.
Could you tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher and what he brings to the mound today?
Stevie Johnston, it's his first start of the year. He's a junior. He's got a tremendous curveball, works fastball, up and away. He does have a changeup. So he started for us last year, and this is his first start of the year, like I said.
Tell me a little bit about your team and kind of the character you have with the group of guys you have on the team.
Got a great group of kids. They pretty much bonded, if you will, when we went to Myrtle Beach last year. And we're still led by seniors, Max Aracey. We got Josh Alexander, Ian Hartman, Joe Durkee. I'm going to leave people off, I know that. But senior-wise, Connor O'Brien. And I'm leaving somebody off, but that's the way it goes.
Did you guys have did you guys go to Myrtle Beach again this year? And if so, where'd you go?
We're going to Virginia Beach this year in the when spring break, and Akron spring break is late, so I think it's April 20th. So we'll take those guys down again and some more guys this year. So.
What do you feel that your team gets from going on a trip like that and playing kind of different teams and so on?
Well, in all honesty, you get the great weather. That's what we're hoping for, which we don't get in Ohio this time of year. They also be living in the same house, so they get along just great. And they're, like I said, they're a good group of kids. I wouldn't be saying that if they weren't. So the camaraderie that you get, build the team, and it comes when you're down in a game and you're leaning on somebody else, and they trust them that much, and they're good friends. It really helps the team.
Able to get a little bit of insight and kind of an interesting one from the coaching aspect of really baseball is one of the few teams that travels with the team to go to another state to play out-of-state teams during the regular season. Most teams might go to a performance to Disney or the Macy's Day Parade or some out-of-state battles, but this is like a whole week long where they're in a house or rooms together and they're playing different teams from a totally different state, and it's just an acceptable trip. But you can see how it kind of helps build this team as they come back, and they'll really be coming back for the home stretch of the baseball season here because their break is so late. Just to catch you up on some of the other stuff that happened while we were away, certainly Grimmett, off the error that he was able to get on, is now on third. You can see him on our cameras here. They do have 2 outs in this inning, and up to bat is Javier Jackson. And he is behind the count on this one. We're looking to get a base hit, to get a run on. Gathers it and sends it over, and not quite enough, but it was close, as it'll be a 6-3 out, and that'll be 3 and ends our inning here. 13-0, but great hitting. Much better hitting here in that 3rd inning for the Dragons. We'll be back to start the 4th inning here on APS 15. So top of the 4th inning, 13-0, still your score here. So pitching is going to be Walgenbach, who's came in the 2nd inning to help get him out of, it was a log jam of runners. I'll just say what it is. As they put up 13 in that inning. Now he's gone scoreless in the 3rd. And now looking to do the same in the 4th. Good control from the mound from what we've seen so far. Up to bat, I think, is Connor O'Brien. Yeah. My numbers are kind of off because of the long inning we had before. O'Brien gets it to the shortstop. Second baseman, sorry. And we got a bit of a problem picking it up. So he'll get on first off the air. Oops, over here. This is where it's nice to have Joe to cheat off his sheet. And let's see. We got another substitution in. Number 38 is going to be Aaron Lux. I'll write the rest of these names in. They're all going to be in. So up is going to be Aaron Lux. He's listed as the shortstop, so he's coming in. That one fouled back and just over the shortstop. Aaron Lux, a good name to, good sports name to yell out. My wife and I, when we had kids, you gotta try the name out when you yell it across the yard. You know, you gotta have a good name for your kids when you're yelling at them. You know, for good reasons and bad reasons potentially.
Oh, yeah.
Just depends on what they're doing. Now you could have a good yell for Lux as he's up there. He's gonna hit this one hard. It's gonna be foul though. Just over where we were previously. I believe it's 2-2. I'll look to double check. 3-2. So full count now for Lux. That one a high heater. He goes after it, goes to third base, looking to make the throw across, and he will have it for the out.
There's always another play, right? That guy's on second base. He can go to third. You're admiring your throw, which was nice. But you got to get back and make the next play. Good job.
So he is out. It does move O'Brien to second, but a good play by Collins at third to collect and throw over there. That one hit into the dirt. He'll collect it, but lost it. He couldn't just find it as Handy not able to hold on to it, so he gets on with an E4. But that will also move another runner in scoring position as Connor O'Brien's there. So one out, man on first and third. And that will bring up Jack Allen. I never understood that, why people that are Jack go by Jake. I don't understand that. Jack's Jack. It's not Jake. Jake's J-A-K-E. That's Jake. And Jack is J-A-C-K. It's very simple. It's like people that are named William that go by Bill. How'd you get Bill out of that? It's William. Not a fan of nicknames, as you can see. This one popped up, and it'll be a catcher's delight for the pitcher. And he gets the second out of the inning. Hard work done by Walgenbach. Runners stay where they're at, and he gets Allen out on the little pop. Addison Johnson up now. I did have him in the right spot. What a guy. Gets a nice hit through the infield, and he'll get an RBI as well. As Addison with the big hit. Likes the RBI as well and moves Spangler over to second. 14-0 your score here as Jack Curvin is up. So really the story of the game so far is that second inning. It was about, I don't know, 80% of our tape so far as they batted through the order almost 3 times for Sacha. He was the only one to go 3 times around, and he was the final third out. So Curvin was right there waiting for it to come around to him for a third time. As he got on with an error and a fielder's choice. This one going to second. And that'll be our third out here in the inning. Well, 14-0 your score going into the bottom of the 4th inning here on APS 15. All right, bottom of the 4th inning here. City Series Baseball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School, a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Well, I said that. We didn't have any pitches come through, so yay for us. Okay. Oh, there we go. See, the only problem with reading spots out here is it's windy. You might lose some papers. I don't have a clipboard for spots. All right, well, up to bat is Skylar Waldenbach, which he's done pretty well from the mound. So now looking to do better from the plate with the bat in his hand. Pitcher-pitcher duel, and that one goes for a ball. There's a strike. So 3-1 now. Nice, good, hard hit. Sent to the infield. Comes across. Can't get there before the ball beats him there. So it turns into a 4-3 out, but hitting the ball well. Next coming up is Dagon Somerville. Last time up, struck out. So likes to swing the bat, but I think good advice here from the coaching staff of East. There's no 14-run hit, so you just got to chisel some stuff off the rock and make it more doable. You go run this inning, another run next inning. start adding them on there. And sometimes just getting that first run and a couple players on, that's how they can really get some runs scored on there. Kind of is like an infection that runs can be in baseball. That one goes for a strike. That one's low for ball. 1-1. That one for a strike as he was looking to pound that one. Interesting field here because you're really sunk in behind that hill, especially in the outfield. We get some leaves on these trees and gonna beautify this park a little more as he swings that one again hard. And that'll do it for him as 2 Ks in the 2 appearances that we've seen him. That'll bring up Ryan Collins, who also struck out in the second inning. Struck out looking against same pitcher here in Johnston. Chips that one foul.
A little sooner, Ryan. You gotta step and swing.
That one, a ball. Gets a little chopper to first. First baseman will get it, run on through. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. And we'll go into the top of the 5th. 13-0 here from Old Forge Field. Right here on APS 15. All right, teams lining up. That'll do it for us here as your final score 13-0 as the Firestone Falcons win this City Series Challenge against the East Dragons. Usually we have our player of the game. I can't really find one. There's just the innings were just a tough one in that second inning as they put on 13 runs. I'm going to kind of go a little odd here, Peter. I really felt like Walgenbach got them out of that inning, and that really at least got them some momentum going. You could look down this Firestone lineup, and there were a lot of walks, a couple of hits, but there wasn't a signature play that I would say made a player of the game. So he really kind of came in. If you think about it, he's your third pitcher coming in. And he really did a nice job finishing that second inning and pitching the third and fourth inning as well. And I think they just kind of ran out of pitchers and not able to continue on. So that'll do it for here. Want to certainly congratulate him as kind of the difference maker here in the game today. Walgenbach, congratulations, Skyler. And that'll do it for us here. 13-0 your score here as the Falcons win this one in the City Series. We want to thank all of those that helped make it possible. Our producer, Ryan Rittenhouse. Our cameraman next to me had to move twice, Peter George. Want to thank him. I'm Dave Schick. Thanks for watching and have a good night.